So the whole point of a clamshell is so you don't have to buy a case, right? So you protect the screen when you put in your pocket. But for me, I've seen many 3DSs, and the cases are all scratched on the outside, and you don't want to scratch this beautiful Pac-Man slash pie chart logo, right? LOL. So what I have here is this little neoprene case, which is from this brand called KW Mobile. So KW Mobile on Amazon. This was $15 Canadian. This one was cheaper at $12 Canadian. And this is the perfect case because it's very form-fitting compared to the official Retroid case, which is so bulky and so thick. Look how thin this is. And it fits just right into the case. So you have to put it in a certain way, otherwise it actually won't fit because it's that snug. So you put it this way, this orientation. You see there's a very little amount of wiggle room in there. And the zipper does not get close to scratching it either. And the corner is where you notice it's the most tight, but it's also not getting close to the corner. And you have a very form-fitting case. See, there's barely any space here. It's not very thick, so I can fit that in my man purse. The shoulder triggers are right here. They bulge out a little bit, but they're still protected. They're not being squished. And it's a nice kind of thick neoprene. It's not the cheaper stuff that you find on Aliexpress. And it's so much smaller compared to this. This thing is so bulky on the left. And it offers more protection, yes, but if you just want to put this in your pocket and you don't want to scratch the screen, or not scratch the screen, but scratch the outside or anything like that, or if you're afraid of just dropping it by accident, this will help. And I also got this different color over here. This was supposed to be the same size, but I noticed there's some variation in the sizes. So this one here is a really crazy design here, kind of cool and modern, like a comic book. And what I noticed with this variation is when you put it in here, there's a little more space, see, on this side. And the zipper on this one is actually a little cheaper feeling. But yeah, there's a little more give on this one. I think it's just the tolerances, just the manufacturing. Because when I first got this one, it was a little tight, but then I left it in for a day and it stretched out the case, so it's just perfect now. This one is already like loose, so there's more variance, more space in it, so it's a little bit more bulky, but very, very slight. Like it's just maybe how they manufactured the zipper or the closing mechanism. You can see this one is a higher quality. This is just like a cheaper zipper, but this itself here, the teeth are the same, so that's still a higher quality. They're equal that way, but it's just a little bit, heavier duty metal compared to this one, and they don't get close to damaging the flip at all. And here I got this from Aliexpress. This was $5. It's the cheap thing that you see online. It says new Nintendo 3DS SLL. It's the cheap, neoprene. It's a lot thinner than this. This is really cheap. So this one is actually more bulky compared to those two. I like having these neoprene sleeves because you can easily get to the console, but yeah, there's a lot of extra space here compared to the other ones. It's a little bit more loose, so it could slide out. But yeah, it's a bit wider and a little more chunky, but it's thinner. It's not the best quality. And then lastly, you have the official case over here. This is a chunky boy. It's it's really, really thick. In comparison, it's for $10. I just have this extra pad in there, but for $10, it's not bad when you buy your Retroid. The only thing is the main concern is people are saying the zipper could scratch the top of your screen. I haven't had that issue, but I haven't used this case too much. See how it goes in here? It kind of can go in the gap. Then you close it, and there's still some wiggle room, right? Yeah, I wish it wasn't so thick. You don't need so much thickness. I just want a form-fitting case. And see, it bulges out at the bottom here. And then you also have this area here, which I don't even use. So some people rip this whole part out so that the zipper doesn't cause scratches. So I don't use this case. I just bought it because it was $10 and I just wanted to try it out. But this case and this case is really good from KW Mobile on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below.